Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to KBFC MD-1 press conference. We have head coach and player Ayush Adhikari. We can have the first question from Arjunan.
Yeah. Good afternoon, coach. Good afternoon, Ayush.
Hello.
Arjunan from Silis. So can I ask to Ayush first?
Yes.
Hi, Ayush. You played in the last game against one of the best teams this season. So how was your experience and intensity from the game? And can we expect you here in the upcoming seasons as well?
Personally, it was a good feeling to start a game, and as a player, it's always good when you play. And to play against a team like Hyderabad, which was like top of the table and with the good quality players in the position, so it was a tough game for us. But I think it was good because alongside I had many good players as well, and we created many chances. Personally, it was a good experience for me to get a game time in those kind of games.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Ayush. Coach, I have a couple of questions for you. First, about the injury updates about Nishu and Jigson, and any other updates, and also about Dias. Will he be available for next match?
Well, seeing the fact that we played 2 days ago and that yesterday was a recovery training session, today is kind of refreshing training session with tactical preparation today afternoon. We will see about those two, about Nishu and Jigson today at the training. And we will evaluate that today and make a decision today. So it's not easy. Certainly we will not take a risk. Certainly we will not make stupid things. If there are any issue, so we will not take risk because I don't like losing players now almost at the end of the season on a long term. So we will be very careful with it. If there is any issue, they will not participate in the game. If they feel good and anything, then we will take them. They'll be really good.
Coach, what about Dias? Will he be available tomorrow?
What? Not who?
Dias, Jorge Pereira Dias.
Actually, I had information that the suspension was for one game. So we are still waiting that official letter from ISL people. Normally it should arrive till 4 o'clock today, till we start our training session, and we will know that in the afternoon. We'll still didn't receive, but as I heard, it will be only this one game he missed. So probably he will be available for tomorrow's game.
Okay, just one last question. You said that you have a game after 2 days. So it's like a 2 days gap and a third game in 7 days. So, and now all the matches are important for playoff qualifications. So how do you look at this match against Chennai FC as a physical and also about the fitness level?
Well, in this format of ISL, the key point is that you have good preseason. We had good preseason. The fitness level we are happy with, and we see every game when we measure all these things that, especially now, also after New Year's, again we are improving and we are increasing our fitness level with sprints, with accelerations, and all these measurements that we are doing. So it was not easy, especially with the COVID outbreak in our camp, with the 15-day isolation where we reset many things to zero. And with the ISL format, with the rescheduled games, actually, you don't have time to train. You don't have time to train with quality. You don't have time to have those overload session with the whole group. You can only train with one small group that in one point didn't play the game. So actually, with all these things, you have to puzzle on individual basis. Many aspects and then prepare the group. So if we speak about period after New Year's, it was kind of improvisation because the schedule and the calendar doesn't allow you to have that long-term vision. So you have to do it game by game, use the players who are fresh, ready on a fitness level, and that's it. So far we are happy because if we compare with any other team, and which is now obvious, all around ISL, we see more and more injuries. We see more and more players suffering with muscle injuries. We are lucky that so far we didn't have that problems. The injuries that we had, it's Jessel with shoulder, Albino with the knee. Who else? So many of these, let's say, Jigson with ankle. So these for me with his nose. So these, like we call mechanical injuries, that happen. But the muscle injuries, we have that under control. So we refresh the team, we refresh the boys, and so we are ready for the games. And we're happy that in many games we were on top of our fitness, running more than opponents, having grip of the game, control of the game. And now in the last 3 games, we'll try to do the same. Now with 2 days in between, of course, you recover, you refresh, and there is the 3rd day. Again, we are not complaining because there's the calendar. This is how we have to play, and this is how the games are rescheduled. So we have to continue till the end like that. And at the end, we will see what's the outcome. So that's it. We go with the flow.
Yeah, thank you, coach. Thank you, Aish. Stay safe and all the best for tomorrow's game.
Thank you, you too.
Ashwati, you can go next.
Thank you. Good afternoon, coach. Good afternoon, Ayush. I hope both of you are doing well. I'm Ashwati from Halfway Football. Can I ask to Ayush first?
Yes.
Hi, Ayush. So you are here from few seasons now. So compared to the last season, which you didn't even get any playing time, what is one of the most important thing that changed under Ivan? Other than playing time, what is one most important thing?
Yeah, I think it is like good for me that working hard since the day 1 of the preseason and finally getting the game time in these kind of matches, which is so important for the club. And I'm happy that I'm able to, I'm happy that I'm able to get available myself for the games. And I think it's always good for a player when he plays and whenever the game time comes. And as coach, I'm thankful for the trust and the belief he has shown in me for providing me the game time. And yes, it's always good when you play.
Thank you, Ayush. One more question. Your contract ends in May. Can we expect you to stay with KeralaBlasters for a few more seasons?
Yeah, I would love to stay. These kind of things, I should let it be towards the agents and all, and let us focus towards the next games.
Thank you, Ayush. Hi, coach. So, coach, in some matches, we struggle to control the tempo of the game for like first 20 minutes. Is that a concerning factor to you?
No, because now we are in the part of the season where everyone suffers a bit. And like I just mentioned in the previous answer, with this schedule, especially after the New Year's, with the amount of games and not enough days for quality training sessions, and adding to that the COVID outbreak and 50-day isolation, where you, as a team, lose many important things in your training process, then you have to manage. And many teams were going and playing with a fresh moment they had in the legs. So now towards the end, we see and we feel many teams suffering with injuries, with freshness and everything. So it's normal to see certain things. That's why we are trying also now to give playing time to all the players, to have fresh legs on the field. And so we are trying to manage the things like that. So I'm not worried, because that's the moment, that's the calendar, that's the schedule of ISL. We have to adapt, we have to go with the flow, and we have to work with those moments, trying to get the best out of it. That's all. So we are not worried. We don't have time to be worried, actually. So we just have to adapt and continue. That's all.
Coach, so it says that ISL might allow fans in the stadium for the final. Do you think we will get a chance to meet you in the stadium for final?
Well, if it happens, and I hope so. If it happens, I think that that stadium for the final would be yellow. That's for sure. But let us work for that. Let us fight for that, and we'll see if we reach that. So I doubt that the fans will avoid that moment. So if it happens, so probably we would get huge support. So, but let's work hard for that, and we'll hope for the best.
Thank you, coach. Thank you, Aish. All the best for the game.
Thank you, Ashwati.
Thank you, Ashwati. Krishnan can go next.
Hi, coach. Hi, Ayush. I am Krishnan from Goats on Football.
Hello, Krishnan.
Hello, coach. So my question to you is like we have been playing well in past two games, but we got only 1 point from six. The narrative is that we were a bit unlucky not to get more points. So is luck plays a part in things, or like we make our own luck?
Well, there are some, for example, in football, the beauty and the ugly side of football is that nobody guarantee you that if you play nice that you will win the game, and there is no guarantee that the team will win. So that's the beauty and ugly side of football. So playing good games, controlling the game, creating chances, and not people talk about things, today. Maybe we were talking about those things yesterday. Maybe in a couple of days, but later on, what stays on a paper, it's the result. And we didn't get the points. We were creating those chances because you work hard on a training session and in a game to create chances to be able to score goals. So from the other side, if you speak about the luck, I firmly believe that the luck is an important factor of your life of football game. But also I believe that the luck you have to deserve, and then you have to work hard. And when you get those chances, maybe you will get the luck to score. So it was not working in our favor in last two games. So we cannot complain. So we have to continue. We have to continue working hard again on the pitch during the game, trying to create more chances in order to score goals. So that's how it goes in professional sport. So now we don't complain. We don't lose time about those things. We have to continue preparing next games because in the football with this schedule, like I said in ISL, there are new games coming on every 3 days. So there is no time to cry. There is no time to complain. Move on, prepare the next game, go and play. So that's professional sport. And if as a professional sportsman, you have that mindset that after one game, of course, you sleep over, you have that in your mind, but tomorrow morning you wake up, you make that click in your head, you turn the switch off, and you go for it. So that's it. There is the next game. And the professional sportsmen who are capable of doing that, they will be always on top. So we want to have that. We want to have that. Whatever happens, we win, we lose, we have to continue. We have to continue building up, improving, of course, like Ayush and more youngsters, improving a lot since we started, having playing time, because playing the games will improve their level, and that's how they will become better. That's how they become valuable players of KeralaBlasters, national teams, because that's important. During training sessions, they will improve certain aspects and they will go on one level. But games are very important to improve and to confirm that level. So we hope to give them more and more playing time because we want to see them going on a high level.
Yes, coach. Another question is regarding Hormi. So Hormi was in the bench last time around. So has he trained? Is he fit enough to start?
Yes, he went out of quarantine. He was training in the last days with us. He had his shape under the control. So he's available for today's training. He's available for tomorrow's game. And today we will evaluate and see if he will be participating in tomorrow's game. He's available with the mask. So he looks nice, actually. So we'll see.
Okay. One more question to you. It's been the Manolo Marcus of Hyderabad, coach of Hyderabad, said that you went into their dressing room for congratulating them for qualifying for the playoff spot for the first time. Can you throw a light on that, and what was your thinking about doing that?
Well, for my sports education, they were always telling us that when you lose a game, it is human and sports side and correct to congratulate your opponent. So in this game, we had our chances to get better result. They won, And me as a sportsman, I wanted to congratulate them on qualification for because they were the first team who officially qualified for playoffs. So I didn't see Coach Marquez and the opponents on the pitch after the game. So I just wanted to wish them all the best for the next congratulation. And that's all. From our, I say, sports education. This is the thing that we are doing. So when you win, when you lose, you have to stay correct, stay humble, because the educators show and I would like that these kind of things reflects that we as a team, we want to be competitors, we want to be fighters, we want to fight for our ranking, we want to fight for points, but we also want to recognize where we lose a game, and if we lose it, we want to congratulate our opponents because we want to be a sports with a fair play. So that's why I did it. I respect enormously Coach Marquez. So he's a great person, he's a great coach. So it was also from my collegial side, like it's human and normal to congratulate you.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Thank you, Ayush. All the best for tomorrow's game.
Thank you, Krishnan. I think we are having a small net issue. Please give us some time. All right. Thank you, Krishnan. We can have Anandajit for the next question.
Yeah. Hello, Coach. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Hi. I'm Anand from Sportskeeda. I just wanted to ask you about the upcoming match. Obviously, Chennai, they're all but secure of not getting into the playoffs, so they could play without much pressure on them. Do you think that makes them a more dangerous opposition to face when you take them on?
Well, every game for us is difficult, and tomorrow will be no different. So since we started, we had to fight for every point. We had to fight against all the opponents. We had to fight for every inch of the field. So I think that now playing maybe against the teams who are mathematically out of playoffs, it doesn't change a lot, because these guys also, they're fighting for the jersey, they're fighting for the logo they're wearing on the chest. So for us tomorrow, it will be no different. It will be a tough game. It will be a hard game. We want to go out, compete, and try to win that game. So that's our idea for tomorrow. We are preparing our game the same way like we're preparing all the other games. For us, it's a football game, nothing more than that. Of course, if there are stakes, like maybe to get those points to have possibility to be in top 4, of course, we will accept that. But from the other side, there is no additional pressure. There is nothing like, it's a football game. We go to compete. We go to fight for the points. So that's it. Chennai is one of the teams. I think Chennai is one of the teams in this league who deserve to be higher on the ranking table. But the circumstances in the league and the schedule sometimes don't allow you to create and to achieve some points, because if you see many teams, they play 18 games, some teams they play 16 games, then some teams they are facing some opponents in one part of the season when the opponents are still fighting, then the others, when they come to this level, the teams they're fighting with less. So these kind of things are a little bit incorrect in ISL, and especially when we are closer to the end. In normal circumstances worldwide, last 2-3 games, all the teams they play the same day, the same time. So here you can see many teams, they can calculate maybe, looking the other results, and maybe sometimes they cannot play with they will not play with the full potential. So these kind of things are sometimes weird, but this is the schedule, this is the format of ISL. We have to deal with that, we have to adapt. So tomorrow we are facing a team, like you said, mathematically out, but for me, very good team, very tough team to beat. And I expect tomorrow good fight, good game from both sides, and like I always say, let the better team wins.
Thank you, Coach. I just had another question. So with 3 games left, Kerala are still in contention for playoffs. They could very well make the top 4. But in the off chance that you don't, what do you think will be your evaluation of the season? What do you think will be the biggest positive takeaways from what you've seen from your players?
I have to be honest. Also, since we arrived, for us it was the kind of to recognize the level and the quality of, first of all, ourselves, strong and weak points of our team, to evaluate and recognize strong and weak points of our team, to meet all other teams, all other players, ISL level, referees, ISL format, and then throughout that process, improve many youngsters and work with our team, improving many aspects of the game. Again, seeing the previous years and having experienced from analysis from previous years, we wanted to achieve a certain level. We wanted to improve many things which we improved. And then if we see the amount of points, victories, clean sheets, whatever, we can speak about statistics, but we were not that occupied and busy with those things, because improving one team, making the players better, improving in every possible aspect, that was our goal. When you create a team who wants to be on top of the table, it's a process that takes time. With ISL format of just 2-3 months, it's impossible to achieve certain things. And the instant solutions and the instant results in the football, they don't last. So we as a club, we as a coaching staff with our players, we want to achieve certain things that we can last on a longer term, that all the people who love this club, and especially Kerala community and us together with all of them, we want to build up something nice that it will last on a longer term. So I think that we have to admit, we improved a lot. We improved and improved in many ways. The way we work, the boys are doing a great job. They improved collectively, individually. Now you can speak points, ranking, whatever. I think that we did a good job. We did a good job. We have 3 more games to go. We can achieve more. We will try to do that. We'll do our best. We will give maximum till the end. But the season is good. Everybody is okay. Everybody is happy with the work. We are happy with all the boys. We are happy with everybody in our group. We are 50 plus people here in the bubble. So I think that we all together, we created one good group, one good energy, and we want to continue building up with that energy. And I think when you continue with consistency, working like that, that's why we see this year maybe our last opponent Hyderabad being the top of the table, because they are working with consistency. So we would like to achieve certain things, that KeralaBlasters tomorrow is a team tough to beat, that when everybody comes playing against KeralaBlasters, that it will be a tough game for them, especially playing in Kochi, in front of our stadium. And that's what we want to build up with many players like Ayush, who improved a lot this season. So we want to continue like that. We are happy with our current work season, and we continue to finish on a nice note. So hope for the best.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach. All the best for the game.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can we have Martin next, please?
Yeah, hi, Coach. Hi, Ayush. Am I audible?
Yes. Hail, Martin.
Hi, Coach. This is Martin from the New Indian Express. So my question is to the coach. Coach, you already answered a lot of what I was trying to ask in the last response that you gave. But you mentioned about how the goal was to improve the team, give chance to youngsters and all those other things, and how you have managed to achieve that to a large extent this season. But my question was a little bit more specific in terms of how important is it to finish in the top 4? Because actually you've already mentioned that on paper, performance, chances created, these things don't reflect, and it's the result that finally reflects. So in terms of finishing in the top 4, and how important is it for the club, especially considering that you haven't qualified for the semi-final since 2016, and in terms of retaining the players, or kind of continuing this process of sort of building the squad, do you see that as a target for you, or is that a primary goal, or is it just something secondary that might come with this whole process?
Yeah, Martin, very good question. I think that every team, when you start ISL campaign, every team has that in the mind. Okay, qualifying for semis, qualifying for top 4. So as a club, since we started recognizing, like I mentioned, all possible details in our team, we had that idea, saying, okay, it's a tough work, it's a challenge. I like challenges, and we had that in our mind. And then going through the season, we were building up the momentum, we were building up our shape, and I think we were on a good road. We were on a good way. Whatever happened with COVID outbreak, so never mind. We have to continue. We have to adapt. Not complaining. So now, having the chance to be in top 4, of course, we would like to be there. And as a club, as a team, I'm not speaking now personally. As a team, it would be a great achievement. Seeing the facts of previous 5 years that we were not participating in playoffs. So it would be a great achievement if we as a club, we arrive there. So like I say, we will do our best, of course. So there is no doubt in that. I think that so far, every game we performed, every game we went out on the pitch, except maybe one, we were on top and we were fighting, we were getting those points and we were achieving the things we wanted to see. So now with 3 games to go, of course, we want to be there and we want to fight for those points for the spot. So for the club, for players themselves, for coaching staff, medical staff, for all the people working within the club, it will be a great achievement, a great fulfillment of one previous job in the last 6 months. So we hope that we will arrive there. We will do our best, and I think that it will make many people in Kerala happy. So we will work for that now in these 10 days to be there with our mentality and our approach in those games. So I don't doubt that the boys and all of us will give our best to be there. So that's it.
Okay. Just a quick question to Ayush. Kerala Blasters have been one of the teams who have given a lot of chances to youngsters. So basically, how have you seen this whole dynamics of Blasters giving chance to youngsters and at the same time, trying to getting the best out of them? What is your experience of being in terms of playing in this team, which is actually fighting for the top 4? What are the main sort of takeaways for you this season? You've already answered it, but in terms of getting chance in a team that is still fighting for such playoffs, how do you see it? How do you see that balance in the team?
Personally, it is a great boost and a great motivation for me to to play matches like a crucial matches in that state of period where you have to fight for a top 4 spot, and in which every point is very crucial. And to play in this kind of games, it gives you much more motivation, and to play alongside with a bunch of great experienced player, along with likes of Luna, Alvaro, Khabdabaji, something like that. So it gives you a great boost to to give all you can on the field. And it is a great experience for me to participate in all these kind of matches and to help in any way I can to the team.
Thanks, guys. All the very best.
Thank you, Martin.
Thank you, everyone. We thank you, Coach. Thank you, Ayush. That will be end of our press conference. All the best for tomorrow.
Thank you, Angela.
All right. Bye-bye.